The latest. Thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all, the presidents of Niger, are all in all, the savior, the protector, the unifier, the comforter, Abdurrahman Chiani, torn Ecowas apart. According to him, when he was addressing his people during the Independence Day of Niger, that what is even wrong with Ecowas? That Ecowas should never think that they are coming back to Ecowas. What they have done is to awaken the patriotism in their people. That we are lost. We don't even know who we are because we have been given false identity. And this is what they are trying to eradicate. They want to take their own sovereignty into their own hands. And the ECOWAS still have the mindset that they are coming back. Now see, this door that they've shut on ECOWAS, that ends it. That 6-month period ECOWAS said they've given to them to rethink and consider that please, ECOWAS, shut your door. Take your 6 months, because even if you want, give them forever, they are never coming back. They have decided to take their sovereignty into their own hands, to do things in the interest of the people. And this path they have chosen, nothing is bringing them back. That they've really thought about it, though. They thought before they moved out. Now you said you love the people. Now you don't want to do things that will affect the people. But you are the same people who took decisions that affected the people. Yes. When you were cutting the energy, were you thinking that it was only the little leaders that were going to suffer? That see, they have grown beyond being manipulated by people. They want to direct themselves and do things for the interest of the people. They want to have their true independence. They want to be able to move and go wherever they want to go and take decisions that will transform the lives of the people and their voices to be heard wherever they go. Sovereignty is the hallmark. So ECOWAS, please, that you should lock it. And the key, wherever you want to keep it, you can keep it. If you want to put it in the ocean, fair enough, because they have walked out and they have part ways with you. But the rest of the people in the West African region, they are their brothers, so we can still move among ourselves. This is wonderful. So please, let's listen to the full speech of President Abdurrahman Chiani, all in all, the King of Kings. So that's the latest around the world, in Africa, West Africa, and in Niger.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Nigerian, mes chers
Nigerian,
compatriotes.
Nigerianess, my dear compatriots. Tomorrow, December 18th, 2024, by the grace of Allah, the Merciful and the Compassionate, we will celebrate the 66th anniversary of the Republic of Niger. It is customary on this occasion, which coincides with the end of the year, to recall the main achievements of the government and to present the prospects ahead of us. However, in the current context marked by the new vision in which our country has been engaged since the seizure of power on July 26, 2023, by the National Council for the Safeguard of the Homeland, CNSP, I would like, above all, to reflect with you, my dear compatriots, on the very essence of our republic, from its proclamation in 1958 to the present day. This collective reflection is essential to better understand the complexity of the situation in which our country finds itself concerning the challenges linked to our current political choices. It is also necessary to better appreciate the path we have traveled in our patriotic struggle to safeguard our country and to strengthen our determination to build a new Niger, ensuring a better future for all its sons and daughters. Nigerian, Nigerianess, my dear compatriots, the celebration of the anniversary of our Republic's proclamation this year takes place in a special context, marked by the Nigerian people's assertion of their sovereignty, following the seizure of power by the defense and security forces grouped within the CNSP. Since then, as you know, our country has faced total adversity. On one side, from all external actors who want to see us return to their control, and on the other side, from internal traitors who have compromised themselves with foreign interests and engaged in the fraudulent embezzlement of our public resources. My dear compatriots, the time has certainly come to address you solemnly about the cynical strategy put in place by our enemies to bring our country to its knees and subjugate it. Initially, driven by surprise and anger, our enemies, as you know, decided on an unprecedented and inhumane embargo against the Nigerian people to give their military aggression against our country every chance of success. The subsequent events are known to all. Our great people, supported by our brothers from Burkina Faso and Mali, stood up to it with dignity, resilience, and determination. Faced with their failure, instead of accepting the ongoing course of history in the Sahel and recognizing our political choices, our enemies, nostalgic for their position of neo-colonial power and determined to defend their interests, have, with the complicity of certain Nigerians and renegade Africans, devised a new approach methodically structured around the following actions: a media campaign organized against Niger, its brotherly countries, and their leaders at all levels; a Machiavellian approach aimed at undermining the cohesion between members of the National Council for the Safeguard of the Homeland, CNSP, on the one hand, and on the other, between the CNSP and its government, with the complicity of certain Nigerians; a diplomatic campaign targeting all countries and other sub-regional, regional and international institutions to demonize and isolate our country; a financial and economic war aimed at suffocating our country while formally announcing the lifting of the embargo; targeted actions to stir up social unrest with the complicity of some political actors and civil society groups; efforts to divide our people and incite certain communities to rebel against state authority; the establishment of destabilization bases, mixed units, and intelligence cells in certain neighboring countries as part of a vile strategy to encircle Niger and the countries of the Confederation, keeping them under constant security pressure. Finally, the training, intelligence gathering, financial and material support, and operational guidance for terrorist groups on the ground. Nigerianes, my dear compatriots, as you can see, those who oppose us because of our political choices have merely changed their method. Through their treacherous and subversive actions, they continue to wage war on us. This is an opportunity to pay a heartfelt tribute to our defense and security forces, who, often at the cost of the ultimate sacrifice, protect the integrity of our territory and ensure the security and stability of our country. To their widows and orphans, may they find here the expression of our compassion and our unwavering support. This is also an opportunity to pay a heartfelt tribute to all the Nigerian people, our compatriots in cities, villages, and the diaspora. I would like to tell you here that I know what you are enduring in terms of deprivation and the high cost of living. I recognize the sacrifices you are making for our regained dignity, the sovereignty of our country, and to ensure that our beloved Niger stands tall in independence. I salute your resilience, your courage in adversity, your patriotism, and your sense of history. You have decided that it is better to have dignity in suffering than comfort in servitude. Indeed, the many citizen contributions to the Solidarity Fund for the safeguard of the homeland, despite the current hardships, are the most striking signs of this. They are proof of our collective commitment to doing everything we can for our country. This is your new state of mind, which I salute, and for which the homeland will be forever grateful to each and every one of you. I assure you that your commitment and efforts are beginning to bear fruit, the fruit of dignity and regained sovereignty for a new Niger in which Nigerians are masters of their destiny. For my part, I solemnly reiterate my vow to never betray your aspirations and to work with you, together for the realization of our common goals of independence, peace, security, and progress for the well-being of all. Nigerianes, my dear compatriots, this 66th anniversary is an opportunity to pay a heartfelt tribute to the founding fathers of our republic who accomplished the mission of their time with the means at their disposal. It is, however, undeniable that, for many reasons, including the neo-colonial stranglehold that has severely limited the leeway of our countries, and the voluntary and zealous subjugation of certain of our leaders, genuine sovereignty is yet to be achieved. After 66 years, the battle for the effectiveness and efficiency of our state remains to be fully fought. Just as there can be no real state without sovereignty, there can be no development without a sovereign state. Only a sovereign state can develop itself. There is no historical precedent of a dominated state managing to develop. Nigerianness, my dear compatriots, our founding fathers passed the torch to us, and our generation has decided more than ever to fulfill its mission so that this torch does not go out in our hands. The task is colossal, we all know it. But without any triumphalism, we can already rejoice in some structuring accomplishments. Since July 26, 2023, with the seizure of power by the National Council for the Safeguard of the Homeland, CNSP, the Nigerian people have succeeded in setting our country on a new trajectory. This time, a trajectory full of hope. We have succeeded in sending out foreign forces without hatred or violence that hindered our sovereignty. We have succeeded in asserting our sovereignty over our natural resources, which had long been looted by foreign powers and their local accomplices. We have succeeded in uniting our people on issues of national interest, with all Nigerians now looking in the same direction. We have succeeded in reviving Nigerian patriotism, long trampled on by individuals serving personal, partisan or clan interests. We have proved that Niger can stand on its own feet, courageously facing and overcoming terrorism, paying its civil servants, and financing its sovereignty expenditures. For the first time in our country's history, decisions affecting Niger and its people are made in Niger, by Nigerians for the interests of Niger, nowhere else. Long live the Republic of Niger. Long live Niger, sovereign and independent.